Need a professional space to bring your vision to life? Dominion Television Studios offers state-of-the-art facilities perfect for your next broadcast, commercial, corporate video, or live event. With flexible rental options, cutting-edge equipment, and a supportive team, we provide the perfect environment for high-quality productions. Unleash your creativity. For bookings, email us at marketing@dominion.org.ng. Call us on 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok at Dominion Broadcast and on X at Dominion Cast. Book your space today. Dominion Television, your channel of choice.
Another beautiful morning to talk sport right here on Dominion Sport, Dominion Television, your channel of choice. UEFA Champions League night of football is back, and trust me, we had goal thrills, action and reaction right there, and we'll be giving you back-to-back of that this wonderful morning. They call me Paul Abe Toluwanimi, and I have City Boy himself, Mr. Akinwande. Good to see you. Simon Akitunde, I'm sorry, Simon Akitunde. Good to see you in the studio this morning. Yeah. How are you feeling, my brother?
I'm very, very fine. Good morning to you. Good morning to our viewers from across the globe. It's a pleasure to be here. This is my first time. I'm super excited to be here. And of course, to talk sport, you know, it's always a pleasure when you have the opportunity to talk sport. This is what we do. And of course, I'm very, very excited. Let's just get started.
Okay,
really.
Yes. Just like he said, we're going to get started on the show this wonderful morning. And also, let me inform you that we have a guest on Zoom who will be joining us on the conversation this wonderful morning. I call him Lebron, but the name is Favor. He's going to be joining us on Zoom also to discuss every stories we have on the show this morning. We know how we do it on the show. We start from the local front, then we move straight into international stories. But this morning, we're going to start from the story of Oyo State, where Oyo State is set to host the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifiers between Nigeria and Rwanda on 27th of September at the Lakon Salami Stadium at Damasingba, Ibadan. At a press conference held in the office of the Executive Governor, we emphasized the importance of this event under the leadership of His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde. Oyo State continues to demonstrate its strong commitment to sports development, youth empowerment, and community engagement in line with His Excellency's directive entry into the 20,000 capacity stadium right there at the... All right, let's go on a break, and when we are back, we'll be talking more sports.
Live from the heart of the action. Welcome to the nerve center of Next Level Broadcasting.
This is the OB van, where the studio meets the street.
Equipped with cutting-edge cameras, crystal clear audio, real-time switching, and broadcast control, we don't just capture moments, we deliver the experience live.
Anywhere, anytime, from stadiums to red carpets, breaking news to buzzing festivals, weddings, birthdays, and all sorts of ceremonies. We bring the world to your screen in real time.
It's not just a van, it's a complete mobile production house, a command center, a broadcast beast.
This is more than a broadcast. This is the OB van difference. Live, loud, limitless.
Ready to go live? Like never before. Book the OB event today and take your event to the world. One powerful broadcast at a time.
To book, call 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Email marketing@dominion.org.ng or visit our socials on Instagram @Dominion Broadcast.
Dominion Broadcast, your channel of choice.
You're welcome back from that break. We're still talking local stories, and we're looking at Oyo State was set to host the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifier between Nigeria and Rwanda. Like I said, in line with excellent directive entry into the 20,000 capacity Lakon Salami Stadium will be free and encouraging fans to turn on in the large numbers and cheer our Falconets to victory. Beyond football, hosting this fixture will also bring economic benefit to our people, boosting businesses across hospitality, transportation, and trade. In further comment, Oyo State position a hub of international sporting activities within the Lakon Salami Stadium, recognized among the selected FIFA and CAF approved venues in Nigeria. We look forward to welcoming football lovers, stakeholders, and the wider community as Oyo State once again takes a spotlight in Nigerian sport. There you have it. The game is going to start by 4 p.m. on Saturday at Damasingba, and entry is free. For you, Samuel, how do you look at this one that Oyo State are doing, giving out the free entry, and how do you see as a big booster, for the Falconet ahead of their game against Rwanda?
Yeah, this is very, very good. This is laudable from the state government. I must tell you. And of course, it is also a sign that this administration is very, very committed to sport development and also building strong public support for the national team. I mean, this is a qualifier for the World Cup. It's a must-win.
A must-win.
Playing against Rwanda.
Rwanda,
and of course, you need support from the fans. And so this is like telling the fans that they should come out. They should come out in their numbers and share the team to victory. Of course, Lakon Salami, and it's also it also underscores the fact that the state is ready to showcase
true.
I mean, when you talk about Lakon Salami Stadium, you know what the government has done to upgrade the facility.
Great.
And of course, now hosting an international game. Of course, you are telling the rest of you are telling the international world that of course in Oyo State
we still have the facilities here to host games.
So this is very, very good. I like the fact that they are throwing the gates open. Of course, you know that the football watching culture in Ibadan is second to none.
True.
I mean, we know what we see on a regular match day. Match day experience. Salami when she starts in action. Now that we are having a national team playing, in Ibadan. I think this is very, very good, and I expect a large turnout of the fans. And but one thing that we must also put, we must also emphasize on is the fact that how are they going to ensure that the safety of
I was speaking about that. If we're looking at security measures, you look at the logistics, you look at when we host a Shooting Star game, right there at Lakon Salami Stadium, security wise is not packed up properly. So for such a game that you're opening for free, nobody's buying tickets, that we're going to see so many nuances. Neighboring states, so come on. So from Osun State or Lagos are part of the world, and there you have it. So how do we look at the security, conditions going into this game?
That should be the concern. Of course, we have seen the states now. They came out to tell us that they are throwing it open. For them to actually, arrive at that conclusion, there must be some works on the ground.
On the ground,
to ensure that the safety of the fans is paramount, and also to control the crowd. Because when Lakon Salami, 20,000 capacity, even when it's not free, it's always
pretty brim.
Especially when shooting. So now that you are throwing it open, when I posted the news yesterday on my page, and a lot of people were just asking me, does this include the VIP?
It's open for everybody.
So now the concerns now should be about how to make sure that the funds are
catered for.
And the security is
top notch.
I think I'm very, very sure that the state government will also look into
it.
Because you cannot just say you're
throwing a free ticket and without security.
Putting measures in place
all right.
To control the fan behavior and all of that.
All right, we're going to go on a break and we're still talking more stories right here on the show. This is Dominion Television, your channel of choice. We'll be back.
Need a professional space to bring your vision to life? Dominion Television Studios offers state-of-the-art facilities perfect for your next broadcast, commercial, corporate video, or live event. With flexible rental options, cutting-edge equipment, and a supportive team, we provide the perfect environment for high-quality productions. Unleash your creativity. For bookings, email us at marketing@dominion.org.ng. Call us on 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok at Dominion Broadcast and on X at Dominion Cast. Book your space today. Dominion Television, your channel of choice.
Once again, you're still very much connected to Dominion Television. This is Dominion Sports, right here where we give you everything sports on the go. Right about now, I have my guest, LeBron. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Can you hear me, LeBron? Good morning.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, good morning to you. You look excited this morning. I'm sure with the jersey you're putting on, I'm sure you're looking forward to the game tonight between Bayern Munich and Chelsea.
Yeah. We'll be there to fight. We'll be there.
Okay, no problem. Quick one. We're looking at the local stories. I have Mr. Samuel. Mr. Samuel, I don't know if you can hear. He's also here with me this morning. We'll be looking at all the stories in the world of sport this wonderful morning. We're breaking everything down with top-notch analysis. A quick one. Let's move away from the Euro situation. Let's talk about the NNL. Yes, NNL abolished the Super 8 playoff ahead of the 2025-2026 season. They announced the kickoff date. Also, club owners in Nigerian National League have agreed to abolish the Super 8 playoff ahead of the commencement of the 2025-2026 season ahead of the competition. They reached the consensus agreement during the annual general meeting ahead of the new campaign right there in Kaduna. The club owners agreed that 4 teams from each conference will automatically secure promotion tickets to the Nigeria Premier Football League. Also, the last 3 clubs in Conference A and B will be relegated, while the last 2 teams in Conference C and D will be relegated. Meanwhile, the 2025-2026 NLL season will kick off November 8, 2025 with the star match between Lobby Stars and City FC of Abuja, while the season is expected to end in April 2026. For you, LeBron, how do you see this news? Is it a good one for the NLL, or come on, maybe we need to do better going forward?
Definitely, for the league is good because obviously I think it will add to the competitiveness of the league. When you look at teams that play in these playoffs, the playoffs is very fun. It's very exciting to watch. But at the same time, it's just a big format where you don't have any more playoffs to go to. You just have to win in the league, and that's all. I think that's a very exciting concept. But at the same time, you also have to consider that just changing from playoffs to normal league, what does it add to like the growth of the league? Like specifically, what does it improve in the league? Does it improve the marketing? Does it improve visibility? Does it improve the pay for players? Does it improve? What does it really improve? You also have to consider that. But just based off the competitiveness, which is one of the major factors why this was put in place, I think is very good for the competitiveness, and we'll have to watch out for it because it's the first time. I remember when the Champions League format was changed, last year. Everybody was saying, why change, why change, why change? But this year now, everybody's enjoying it. So when change is made, there's a reason why the policy makers are making those changes.
Yeah.
So we just have to watch out and adapt and see how it goes. But it'll be fun to watch, obviously, because the NNL, I call it the underrated league. There are a lot of underrated.
I agree with you also. I agree with you. Go ahead.
Underrated teams, underrated players who will be competing this time. No more playoffs. This time it's just the league. You have to fight.
You fight throughout.
We'll see how
I see how it goes. All right. For you, Samuel, a quick one. The Conference A, we have Abia Comets against Smart City, Beyond Limit against the Gospel Akpabio, the first game. We have Crown FC Atland, Edel against Sunshine, and World United against Interlagos. Before we go into the fixtures, quick one. LeBron said a favor. He was talking about what value does the change also bring. The welfareism, the visibility of the league, aside from just, falling back to saying let everybody compete, aside from the playoff, what value does it bring to the league?
Yeah, first off, he said it's going to, increase the competitiveness of the league, but it's very, very clear. It's going to make the league more competitive now because you know that you must win your conference if you want to qualify for the top flight. So, the level of competition is going to be very intense now. Now, I was looking at the Conference A. You have
Abia like Comets, Smart City, Beyond Limit, Gospel Akpabio. We have Crown FC, we have Atland FC, we have Edel FC, we have Sunshine Stars, we have World United and Interlagos.
You see that Conference A is group of death for me because you have two traditional NPFL teams there. You have Sunshine Stars and Atland of Owerri. Both of them got relegated last season, so they'll be looking to bounce back and aiming to get back to the top flight. Now it's going to be very, very interesting now because if you want to qualify, one team from that group is going to qualify. It's not the normal playoff that two teams can qualify from that to the playoff, and then you can fancy your chances. I like this. I think it's a welcome development, and I think it's a right step in right direction because when you have competition, when you have the league being more competitive, it's going to definitely increase the level of visibility.
So I was about asking that. Yeah. So how do we get the league to get to that stage of visibility?
That's what I'm saying. At first you must make the league competitive. Okay. You must make it more competitive. You must ensure that people get to talk about this league. We tend to talk about NNL when it's about to be at the Super 8 when the regular season is about to end. Then we start talking about it. But now on the go you must talk about it because when you have a team like two teams like Sunshine Stars of Akure, and then you have Atland in the same conference. You have Beyond Limit. These are these are league contenders. Don't forget Beyond Limit won it in 2024.
Yeah, they did that.
They didn't qualify. They didn't play in the NPFL because of Remo Stars. Now the question because there are still some loopholes there. I want to ask this because I was taking a look at it and I was like, okay, what if Beyond Limit wins the conference?
So what's going to happen with Remo Stars also? Are we going to go back to the same?
According to Bengelegbele, the NPFL chairman, he said that will not happen because they do not want two teams under the same management to play in the league. Now, maybe the second position team, the team that finished second will now get that ticket because that's the best global practice. But for me, I think it is very, very good in terms of competition. And of course, don't forget, NNL is shrouded around, controversy and logistical issues, especially for the playoff. So they are trying to reduce the constraints and challenges of logistical issues, controversy and all of that because some teams don't even have enough money to prepare for playoff.
True, I agree.
So now just focus on your league, play your leagues. If you get to win the conference, then you qualify for the top flight. So this is very, very good for me. I think it's good.
The sporting family, we are discussing the NNL and we are looking at the situation. Right there, you have Conference A, we have Conference B. Someone has said, he said, Conference A is a group of death, and I agree because when you look at the teams there, and you have Beyond Limit, fantastic team, Crown FC, Atland, Edel, Crown FC also. I'm sure we'll be looking forward to that.
This NNL, they call it the most important league.
Honestly, I call it the jungle. For me, I call it the jungle actually. For Conference B, we have Aqua United against Solution FC for March Day 1, Abakaliki FC against Rovers, Ekiti United against Stormers FC. We have Dakada FC against First Bank of Lagos. We have Sporting Sporting Lagos against Osun United, massive one.
That's
also
another interesting
game.
game.
In match week 1, Conference C, we have ABS against Sokoto United. We have Basira against Mighty Jet, massive. Doman United against Kada Warriors. We have Lobby Stars against City FC. Abuja City FC reminds me of City Boy, which you are now. And also we have a Conference D, Bichi First FC against Yobe Desert. We have Jigawa GS against Kebbi United. We have Ranchers Bees, massive one. Just newly acquired a club.
Yeah,
our own boy right there in Spain. Also we have Gombe United, Ranchers Bees against Gombe United. And we have Adama United against Sporting Supreme FC of Abuja. So those are the fixtures right there for the match day 1
Aqua
of
United
the
is
NNL.
also there.
Yeah, Aqua United.
I think that Conference C, you have Aqua United and you have Dakada FC.
Yes.
And both clubs are owned by Aqua State government. So I'm beginning to see that, okay, which of these things will be the priority of the state government? Because they are both owned by the state government. You have Aqua United, they got relegated last season. Now they have a new manager, a former Sporting Lagos manager, Paul Offo. So they are, of course, they are in their transition period. Of course, they want to get back. They have money, they have resources, only if the state government is going to prioritize that, because they also have Dakada Football Club.
So now, quick one. So, like you said, for Beyond
the
Limit,
same conference.
it's the same conference. So I don't know how we are going to navigate this situation, but we are going to be speaking about the NNL on the go every time on the show. So definitely, I would just hope that more visibility, more marketing structure,
more fan engagement,
more fan engagement is given.
Media prominence
is given to NNL right there. Moving away from that story, let's take the story coming through from Barua FC. Yes, we got the update yesterday. Yes, Barua FC, massive one, and they are on the verge of having new appointment right there, and we hope that we get that one through with them. For Barua FC, how do you see this club this
season? The Malia boys. Well, this is their first ever outing in the top flight. They are newly promoted team, and of course they've not participated in the NPFL before, so you need to cut them some slacks. After match day 4, they are bottom of the table. They are rocking the bottom with just 2 points. The same point with Shooting Stars Sports Club of Ibadan. And now they've not won a single game this season. They're still winless. But I think in terms of structure, they have structure, and they have their owner, the deputy Senate president, Jibrini Barau. He's someone that is a love of sports. And is going to ensure that they have everything they need to actually compete. But can they compete? That's the question. It's not only about the structure of the pitch. It's not about spending money and getting things right off the pitch. If it does not translate to result on the pitch, it's nothing. And that's why you see people criticizing the current structure of Shooting Stars, because of course we've seen improvement. They've done so well off the pitch, with especially the media restructuring. I mean, we are now seeing them on social media. They are not trending. They are not putting their house in order. But on the pitch, they're not getting results. But of course, you know that they need to trust the process. The success will not come overnight. It's going to take time, but gradually they're going to get it. For Barau FC, if they are getting all this structure right, definitely to tell and it will translate to results.
All right, they have 2 veterans and long-serving Nigerian football administrators have officially joined Barua FC. Dominic Lofa and former Lobby Stars boss and also been appointed as the new general manager, and Kabiru Bita also takes charge as the vice president of the club. And there you have the picture.
This appointment, underscores their resolve of going for core administration. And it also means that they know they need to get it right on the pitch. So when you are former, manager of Lobby Stars, Lofa, this is a very, very respected person in Nigerian football. And I think for me, the quality of the people they are getting now, it's going to tell.
I agree.
It's going to tell on the pitch. They are going to get it right anytime soon. It might take time, but I think it's still they are still work in progress. This is their debut in the NPFL. So let's just hope they are going to get it right. But this is a very quality recruitment.
All right. We hope that with this new administration for Barua FC, we hope that it will turn out result for them on the pitch of play going forward in the NPFL this season. Let's move away from that story and let's take more stories popping up on the local front this wonderful morning, where we have Nigerian Golden Eaglet forward for B on boys tournament. The Nigerians under 17 boys will depart today to Cote d'Ivoire to compete at 2025 for B under 17 tournament, which serves as the qualifiers for the 2026 under 17 AFCON. The build-up game at 13 friendlies played already, 10 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss, 25 goals scored, 5 conceded. So it looks like a team in good shape. The 5-time world champion champion, kick off against Benin right there on the 24th of September before facing Burkina Faso in Group B. In Group A, it's Cote d'Ivoire, Niger, Ghana, and Togo. The matches at the Stade in Yamoussoukro built for the AFCON 2023. Now, the team list, we have goalkeeper, Aquila Awo, we have Great Adafi, and we have Paul, Iwalewa of Morak FC. Also defender, we have Abdulatif Lasisi, Mubarak Rashid, Sadiq Saliu of Niger Tornadoes. We have Godwin of Adoration FC. We have Abdusalam Saliu of Central FC, and we have Emmanuel also of Maritaki FC right there. Also the midfielders, we have Paul Agu, we have Famous, we have David Ide, we have Umar Yahaya, Footwork FC, and also we have Ahmed Yusuf of One Touch FC. Also for the forward, we have Wisdom Innocent of Wonderland FC, we have George Aga of Unique and Fine FC, we have Bodua Tifet Thompson of Breeders FC, we have Emeka of Collins FC, we have Salam Umar of Dante FC, and we have Awal Mohammed of 36 Lion. LeBron, there you have the list of the boys going right there to Cote d'Ivoire. How do you see this competition for us? Can we make the ticket, and also can we lift the trophy?
Yeah, I think this should be an easy win in my opinion, because first of all, under 17 are usually very good.
Honestly, I agree.
They are usually
Five-time world champions.
We're talking five-time world champions. Yeah.
You know, the Super Falcons of the men. If there's anything like they are usually very good, and I think that they should win this competition, especially because in the recent WAFUBs we've not done as expected. I remember, I think last month, the under-20 went to I think Ghana.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, because I think they were second there. And before then, I think maybe the Falconets also went to WAFUB, and they were also second. I think they lost to Ghana in that tournament. So we have to win this one, because we can't keep going to WAFUBs. This is not even AFCON, right? This is not AFCON where you say, oh, you tried, you got second in the AFCON. This is just a qualifier for the AFCON. So if you are not winning the qualifier for the AFCON, then how do you expect to win the AFCON? If you are not winning that, how do you expect to even go to the World Cup? Which is where our under-17 should be, because these are the standards for. We are 5-time world champions.
Yes,
we are not just
most
champions. It's something that we have to win, and they have to tell those boys about that. I think the friendlies have been very good. They've played 13 times and they've won 10.
Yes, 10, 2 draws, 1 loss. Fantastic.
Yeah, so that's fantastic. That's very good. And I think that's enough preparation for them. That's a lot of friendlies also. That's a lot. It's not like the Super Falcons when they're going for the tournament.
They're begging for friendly.
They beg for friendly. We have the Fire Brigade approach. Come on. Amazing. For you, Samuel, the build up to the camp, let's just start from there. Quick one. 13 friendly plays played already. 10 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss, 25 goals scored, 5 conceded. It shows that the attack is power packed and also the defense is stacked up properly.
You see, all over the pitch, they seem to be a very solid team. They are scoring goals, 25 goals in massive. 13 games, and they've only conceded just 5. Just 1 loss, 2 draws, 10 wins. That's amazing.
Amazing.
That's very, very good. I don't really know some of the players. We don't really know some of their players. But the results of these friendly games, during the build-up to this tournament, speaks volume about the quality in their camp, and I think they are good to go. They are good to compete at the WAFUB. Like Favor said, I mean, we know that under 17 we are very, very good, not just on the continent of Africa, even around the world, because 5-time world champions. I mean, it speaks volume about our quality. Now, I think last AFCON under 17 we missed out. We didn't participate, and you know that these AFCON under 17 will now be held every year now. So now we cannot afford to miss the next edition, 2026. However, we need to approach this WAFUB Cup with a priority, because it's a qualifier. It's not even about winning this.
No, it's not.
It's about getting the ticket to AFCON. If you don't get the ticket to AFCON, you will not play in the World Cup. So they need to know that. I mean, it's a huge responsibility on them now. And of course, I know that their coach, I can't remember the name of the coach. He's a very good coach as well. And looking at this build-up, the number of games they've played in the friendly, winning 10 games out of 13 games,
massive.
Just 1 loss, 25 goals scored, 5 goals conceded. It's amazing.
But
we just hope that they are going to replicate this form in the main tournament. Because we've seen some teams that we played during preseason, and when the season starts proper, they go back to default. So I expect them to build on this momentum. Now they have a very good momentum. They should sustain it and do very well in the tournament proper.
All right, a quick one. Let me ask you, Samuel. When you look at under 17 back in the days, would you remember?
Of course, I will remember. I will remember. I think the 2005. Don't forget, under 17 World Cup has produced, the best of the best footballers in the world. Don't forget Lionel Messi. You have Angel Di Maria in 2005. Where we
I'm even talking Nigeria
about.
now.
I know. We play them in the final. That's why I cannot think about under 17. I cannot without reminiscing on the past and think about that game, because I know that I watched that game live. It was still very early in the morning. We had to wake up late and play that.
You're like, what's happening?
Honestly, and then you remember another on the 17 tournament. I think it was the one where you had the likes of Delia Ajiboye, that goalkeeper. David De Gea was also David De Gea of Spain. So it has always been a platform to produce talent. Age grade competition like this, catch them young. That's the slogan.
So for Uche,
Okoro, I mean, even Kelechi 2015, he won the player of the tournament and I go scorer.
Massive talent.
And then he went to Manchester City. So it's a platform for you, to be seen by the world. So I hope that this current crop of players will also see it as a platform for them to actually show the rest of the world what they've got. And of course, let's see how far they can go in this tournament.
All right, yes, a quick one. We're still talking sport right here on the show. And we're looking at the local stories. But now let's take more stories from the local front, where Remo Stars and Kwara United are set to play continental games at the MKO Abiola Stadium. Nigeria Premier Football League MPFL champions Remo Stars will play their CAF Champions League home games at the MKO Abiola Sport Arena right there in Abeokuta. Remo Stars' original home ground in Ikenne is currently undergoing renovation. The Sky Blue Stars have adopted the MKO Abiola Stadium Arena as their home ground of the MPFL season. Daniel Ogumodede's side will host Zila Madug of the Comoros in the first leg of their CAF Champions League preliminary round tie at the venue on Sunday. The reverse fixture will also take place in Abeokuta on Friday, 26th of September. The winner will face South Africa champions Mamelodi Sundowns. I don't know why you're laughing, and I'm sure LeBron also is wondering, how do we get past the stage in the first round? The President Federation Cup champions Kwara United will also play their home games in the CAF Confederation Cup at the MKO Abiola Stadium Arena. The Harmony Boys will be away to Ashanti Kotoko
of Ghana.
That's massive. I know that's solid side. In Ghana, the first leg at the Accra Sports Stadium on Sunday. The second leg is stated for Abeokuta on the 28th of September. Right there. Now, quick one. Favor, I don't know if you're still there with me. Looking at this one is in our favor to see how we can get this game through in our home game, because we're going to have the home game and also the return leg played at the MKO Abiola Stadium. For you, Favor, if we can get past the stage, we're going to face Mamelodi Sundowns. But firstly, can we get past the stage?
I don't know why you're using we. Remo Stars.
No,
when they are Nigerian teams.
Come on. So let's support.
They are the champion of MPFL, so they are champions.
So let's support our. So if we use we, it's a collective.
I understand.
Okay. So for Remo Stars, if they get past the stage, first one, can they get past the stage?
For Remo Stars, first of all, I believe a lot in Remo Stars. I believe a lot in their process. Okay. I believe a lot in their structure. I believe a lot in their manager. I think is very good. I don't want to use something too big. I don't want to use something too small. I think it's very, very good. And I think he's experienced, and I think he will get the job done against the Comoros side. I think they are, and I think it's an advantage for them to play home and away in Nigeria.
In Nigeria, yeah.
When I saw that news, I thought it was a mistake, because I don't understand home and away in Nigeria and your opponents are Nigerians. Yeah. So I was kind of very surprised with it. I don't know how the Comoros side agreed to that, but it's fine.
Honestly, it's because of their stadium. They did not meet up.
They didn't even agree. They pushed for it.
So they didn't meet up the standard for FIFA.
They don't have any.
No stadium, no FIFA CAF license for that. So that's why we had the chance to have the home and away game right there in Abeokuta.
But for Kwara, there's a slight concern from me, to be honest, because the home game is it really a home game for them? Because they're playing in Ogun State, Abeokuta. Kwara is far from Ogun State. Yeah, I've stayed in. Kwara is far from Ogun State. How do they plan to transport their fans to Ogun State? How do they plan to do all those logistics?
That's a big question, yeah.
Because when I saw it, I was like, Ogun State, is there no stadium in Kwara? First of all, is there no stadium that you can use to at least play this game? And I was very shocked with it because this is an important game. This is CAF. This is Champions. This is like, there's the UEFA Champions League going on right now. Imagine Chelsea Bayern. Let's say it's at Stamford Bridge, right? Chelsea Bayern. Chelsea now that we cannot play in Stamford.
And they go to Strasbourg. Their sisters.
So I think that this thing planned ahead of time. Maybe they didn't think that they would get into the CAF coverage. Maybe they didn't plan that. Maybe they didn't know that. Maybe that's what's happening. But it's surprising for me because now their home game is not really a home game, and their away game is to. These guys are very good.
They're good. Yeah.
I don't watch Ghanaian League, but I hear about them a lot.
Yeah, they're good.
They're very good. And they're experienced. Kwara United, how experienced are they? How experienced are these their side?
The experience is not their side at all.
Yeah, of course. But they've also played on the continent before. So this is not their first time.
Yeah, but how experienced are the players themselves?
Yeah, the
current players is a question. Yeah.
You know, because Eyimba that represented us last year, they are even Eyimba like the champions, the big boys and everything.
Yeah.
See how this great they performed. But that's like a big team. So how do we expect Kwara United to do now?
All right.
You see, this issue is even a collective issue in Nigerian football. How many CAF approved or FIFA approved
stadiums do we have in Nigeria? Yeah.
Just one. That's Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo.
Yeah.
Imagine the best. Let me just say, the best club in Nigeria is Enyimba because of their pedigree on the continent. They don't even have CAF approved stadium. If they want to play, the last time they played on the continent, they played in Uyo.
Yeah.
Now Abia Warriors will be playing their Confederation Cup in Uyo. Now Kwara United, for me, it's, like Favour said, maybe they didn't see it coming.
They didn't see it coming.
But it underscores the fact that we are still very far behind in Nigeria.
We're actually
because you cannot say that even if you don't want to play on the continent, even our league, this is one of the things that is making our league not really professional. Because we do not even have, enough approved stadiums in the country. Look, go to Ilorin Township Stadium. It's one of the best grass pitches in the country.
I agree.
Great, lush green. I've been there before. And the structure is even very, very beautiful. They have a very beautiful stadium. But then a lot needs to be done to upgrade it, to a world class, CAF approved and all of that. Look at what Remo Star is doing. They are upgrading their stadium. That's why they are borrowing MK Abiola Stadium. But it's very Kuto. It's very, very close to Ikene. So it's more or less like they are playing.
Do you know how many teams have gone to play at the Ikene Stadium? I'm talking even the national team.
Of course.
Talking about nationals. Yeah.
So this is a very, very big problem, and it's something that is really affecting our league. Not just Kwara United, but in this context, they are at a disadvantage because they will be playing their two games away from home. Abeokuta
is not your home.
It's not your home.
Yeah.
Although maybe they can transport their fans because we saw what they did at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in the Federation final. Because of course their fans
maybe because it's the final. Maybe because it's the final. So so I think the only thing that I would suggest for them is to maybe beg the fans maybe in Abeokuta to come support them because we Nigerians we are one.
Ghanaians are also in Abeokuta.
Are you serious?
And they be coming out to support.
So it's going to be the Ghana Jollof style of pattern.
Of course, it's a derby.
Amazing.
It's going to be Jollof derby. It's more or less like Nigerian versus Ghana.
But quick one, the chairman of Remo Stars, made a statement during the podcast right there with a former international player.
I remember that.
Yes, speaking about the competitiveness of the League One, and also saying that the Nigerian Football League cannot compete in such competition.
He made a very striking and profound statement during the podcast session. He said, we do not have money in Nigeria.
Yeah.
He said there's no money in the NPFA. And that's the bitter truth.
It's not a lie.
Honestly. And I've been saying it, and I will continue to say that. You see, Nigerian football development is not rocket science. And Nigerian football will not develop past this stage if we fail to industrialize sports.
Yeah,
not even football. Sports. You know what is happening at the Athletics Federation? You know what is happening in almost all the federation.
Yeah, federation.
So this thing is a systemic problem. We need to address the root cause of this problem. Industrialize sport, make sports a business-oriented, something.
No,
Because
honestly, for me, Samuel, I'm not going to lie to you. Every time on the show with, Samson Balogun and also, with Fola Yegbe, we sit down here every day to talk about the situation of
The state
Nigerian
of Nigerian
sport
football,
in
Nigerian
sports in
as a
Nigeria.
whole.
And
It's
it's sad. And
terrible.
I don't understand why they're not looking to the brighter side of things. Samuel, you know what, UK is earning
in
on
Europe,
a daily.
in Europe, I read a
On a
report that
daily.
sports sector is I think is one of the top 5 sector in terms of revenue
You know what?
generation.
We should not even go too far. Now, let's come back to the FIFA Club World Cup. Look at the revenue that generated.
Look at how much Chelsea made. See, Favour is smiling.
Come on.
Look at how much they pocketed in the United
Favour,
States of America.
Favour, come on. Because Samuel right now is, are not happy with the situation in Nigerian sports. For you, if we are to go back to the root of the problem, how do we tackle the situation? Because if something is here, the statement something will make is heads should roll. They should not be in office at this point in time. So for you, Favour.
But they will continue to be in the office because the sport is still being run by the government.
Come on, talk to me, Favour.
First of all, I have to say the situation is very, very horrific. I don't want to use, and I'm not even going too far with that word. I'm not even being critical with that word. I think that is very, very bad. It's a very bad situation for Nigeria because we have a lot of talents. We have a lot of talents in football, in everything. We have a lot of talents, and it's disappointing to see that in sports competitions we don't do well. Like for instance, the World Athletics Games that's currently going on. Yeah. We have only one medal. One, and that was
celebrating. Just one silver medal
at this point. Only one medal, and people are celebrating. I mean, it's nice to celebrate.
Yeah, it's okay to celebrate.
But Nigeria as a country is so disappointing to see that we have one. We are talented. A Nigerian can turn pure water nylon into gold. That anything. Nigerians are so good. If you want to see how good Nigerians are, just look at our music. We are so good. Burna Boy dominates, Davido dominates, Rema dominates, Wizkid dominating. We're good, but why is it not translating to our sports? It's disappointing to see. Now, for me, the way we can change that is to, like Samuel already said, we have to industrialize this thing. We have to make sure that it's a business. Like, for instance, when you look at in England, how many teams are owned by the states? How many? Ed Sheeran owns Ipswich. This club that I've forgotten their name now. I think they're in the championship now. They are run by a Hollywood star. Roman Abramovich owns Chelsea now. It's Todd Boehly, a US guy. When you look at Manchester United, you see that it was owned by Glazer before, but now it's owned by it's owned by people, by human beings, by billionaires who know what it means to own a business. It's not just states. It's not about states putting 5 million. Putting, they don't know. These people don't even know anything about it. And it's disappointing to see. The way out of this is to make sure that we can convince billionaires, our billionaires.
We have money. We have billionaires in this country.
There was a time Aliko Dangote was, very interested
in buying Arsenal.
In buying Arsenal.
So come on.
Why can't Dangote own a football
So why can't we have
Nigeria?
an Aliko Dangote run successfully?
Look at what Honorable Kole Sonabe is doing with
Remo Stars. Come on.
Imagine we have 3 or 4
of that honorable Shoname, in Nigeria. Come on, man. Come on. I'm sure Samuel and Lebron will be here with us, to always discuss situations like this. And we hope that at the end of the day, we'll be one of the greatest force and tool to see this change happen in Nigerian sport as we go on right here. Let's move away from that story. Let's look at the Super Eagles defender Ola Aina has undergone a successful surgery. Aina sustained an hamstring injury in Nigeria's 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against Bafana Bafana of South Africa. Last time out, the 28-year-old is now expected to be sidelined for around 3 months. The versatile fullback will hope to return to action in time for 2025 African Cup of Nations, which will be hosted by Morocco in December. Aina will miss Super Eagles World Cup qualifiers against the Crocodiles of Lesotho and Squares of Benin Republic next month. The former Chelsea player was removed from the Forest Premier League squad, and although he can be re-registered after the winter transfer window, his international teammate Taiwo Awoniyi took his place in the squad. for you, Samuel, quickly?
Very, very unfortunate, but we thank God that the surgery was successful.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to be out for 3 months, but don't concern it. It should be back before. I hope that it's going to be back before the next African Cup of Nations in Morocco, because it's a very pivotal and very instrumental player for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Also for the Nottingham Forest, but I think as a club, they are going to have a very good replacement for him. But for Super Eagles, we know we need him for that tournament. Of course, it's going to miss the remaining 2 qualifiers for the World Cup, but
most likely would it be set for the AFCON?
That's my concern. I'm not even thinking about the World Cup qualifier, because for me, we are not going to the World Cup. I'm not saying it, but it is the reality.
It's the reality.
So currently, it's not sure for us to
we
qualify.
Can't do anything at this point.
So although we can still pray for miracle. That's how we do in this part of the world. Permutation, calculation, and all that.
So at this point in time, you pray for
miracle. I will face reality. But I just hope he's going to be back before the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, great. All right, let's move away from that. Let's talk UEFA Champions League night of football. Goals, thrills, actions. Yes, and there you have Arsenal for you. Martinelli, trust me. I was speaking with David Sport yesterday. We were looking at the game, and at the end of the day, Martinelli was not on the team sheet. He came out on the bench, got the goal. Leandro Trossard getting the assist, also returning in back for Leandro Trossard. Also Martinelli. There you have the 2 substitutes doing the magic for Arsenal.
What I would just say about Arsenal game yesterday is that this is all about quality depth. Having a quality depth is very, very working for them. Without Bukayo Saka, without Kai Havertz, without Odegaard, without Saliba. Some of their key players were out injured, and of course they got the job done at San Mamés Stadium. Very difficult ground in Spain. I remember that was where United lost Europa League final against Tottenham Hotspur last season. Of course, for Arsenal, very promising start to a new campaign. They've only considered one goal.
They've
not considered from an open play. That free kick from Dominic Szoboszlai.
If you can have the picture
Look
of
that. That's 4 clean sheets in 5 games. They are very, very, defensively solid. They are very, very disciplined at the back, and of course they are still scoring goals. So it's good for us now. They have quality depth now. This season they must win something.
All right, quickly let's move on so that we can look at the games for tonight. We have also shocking victory for me. Royal, Union Deloitte also getting that victory, 3-1. A Nigerian-Canadian man, Promise, getting a goal right there. The game ended 3-1. Let's move on quickly to see other games pan out. Madrid, red card, Dani Cavagna, Trent Alexander-Arnold injured, but they got the victory, 2-1 for you. Hard fought
for them, but it was a good victory for Kylian Mbappe. Another goal. I think he scored 5 goals in 6 games this season. But I think the greatest upset yesterday, it should be the talking point actually. Karabakh, first Azerbaijanian.
If we can have that picture quickly.
Honestly,
go ahead.
Karabakh winning in Lisbon yesterday, and the manner and the way in which they even got that victory was very, very impressive. 2 goals down, they came back to defeat Benfica. Benfica is a club that has a very, very, good pedigree in the UEFA Champions League, and then losing at home to Karabakh, first Azerbaijanian club to win in the UEFA Champions. Also for the Union Glazy, the team from Belgium, also it was a very, very impressive victory for them, because they are making that debut in the Champions League. They won the Belgian Pro League last season for the first time in 90 years. They qualified for Champions, and they won their first game away from home in PSV. So these two games, for me, it was the biggest, the biggest news
for you. Okay, so quick one. Also, we had Tottenham Hotspur getting that goal. Thomas Frank is doing something fantastic.
You see, Tottenham Hotspur and Arsenal, they are very, very similar this season. You know what?
One goal considered.
I mean, 5 clean sheets in 5. I mean, 4 clean sheets in 5 games for Thomas Frank. What a brilliant start to a new campaign. I hope they are going to continue like this. It seems like they are playing. They are very, very, good at the back now compared to what we saw under Ange Postecoglou. Because last season they were conceding goals. Although they score goals, they were scoring saves. But now they are
defensively they're good.
They are good now. They are disciplined at the back now.
Let's look at the old ladies of Turin against the Yellow Wall. Goal through. Trust me. My hands were on my phone and I'm wondering what's happening. We're getting goals.
It's very difficult to explain this game. Just like the coach of Juventus, he got 2 said after that game, and I think it's one of the the peculiarities of UEFA Champions League. It's unpredictable, and football generally is unpredictable. Goalless at halftime, 4-4 after full time. 8 goals thriller in the second half. And don't forget, it was even I think this is the second time that we see a game produce so many goals in a single
It's
half.
half, yeah, you
because
are
I think the last time we saw this this kind of goals galore in second half of UEFA Champions League football was Bayern Munich thrashing of Dynamo Zagreb last season. I think 9-2. So this was a very, very interesting game. 4-4. Both teams played very well. An end-to-end contest. It was a very good game.
All right, a quick one. Let's look at the fixtures for tonight. Yesterday you have George Weah and his son getting the goals in the first game against Madrid. His son also getting our ball. These are the games for tonight. LeBron, quick one. Just going to help us look at the game between Bayern against Chelsea, Liverpool against Atletico Madrid. I remember Igor Kitike posted on his Instagram saying, how do you defend low blocks? For you, LeBron, quick one. Bayern against Chelsea and Liverpool against Atletico Madrid, quickly.
Bayern against Chelsea, for me, since after the Club World Cup final, I've been a very confident Chelsea fan. I'm no more scared of any club, to be honest.
No wonder you are putting on their jersey, of course.
Go ahead, quickly.
Because everybody did not expect Chelsea to beat PSG, but we did. And Bayern, again, is the same thing. Everybody don't expect it. But let's see how it goes. Bayern are very, very stacked attacking-wise, so it will be tough. I think it's going to end like a 3-3 or 4-4, to be honest. It's going to be a crazy match for me, and we'll see how that goes. But definitely, I'm very confident for that. And for Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, Premier League teams have been trashing La Liga teams, to be honest. Yesterday, you saw Arsenal beat Athletic Bilbao. Yesterday, you saw Tottenham beat Villarreal, both with clean sheets. So I think, and Atletico Madrid also have not been on form. They've not been on great form this season. And Liverpool, on the other hand, have been on great form, winning all their Premier League games. So I think Liverpool will just edge this one. It will be very tough, but just based off when you see Premier League versus La Liga recently, you see that Premier League has been dominating. So just based off that, I think Liverpool will be able to edge that at the end.
All right, yes, sir. We're about to wrap up the show, but let me just ask for your prediction. Paris Saint-Germain against Atalanta. Ademola Lookman not in the squad.
Ademola Lookman not in the squad. I think Paris Saint-Germain will win this one, 3-1.
All right. That's all we can take on the show this wonderful morning. But we're going to be here again tomorrow to look at the results for the Champions League game and also talk more stories right here on the show. A big thank you to my producer and also the crew, and also a big thank you to Samuel Akitunde for joining us today. And also, my man LeBron, thank you so much for joining us. Whatever you have, say big thank you to you. I'm sure you're going to be here some other time also to talk more sport on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to see you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful time and stay blessed. Bye for now.